You'd hardly guess all that from the breathless attention Fox has lavished from day one on this tiny strip of Seattle, while ignoring, among other peaceful protests, a 60,000-strong BLM march that proceeded in solemn silence through chilly rain and nearly no police presence on Saturday. The litany of elisions, misconceptions and misrepresentations that have spread from Fox's coverage across social media and in the public and presidential minds may still surprise even those with diminished expectations of the network. The most brazen have been visual. On Friday, the Seattle Times revealed 3 slates of the photo editing hand on the Fox site, 2 of which it managed to preserve before the channel took them down. In one, Fox led a package of stories headlined, "Crazy Town, Seattle Helpless as Armed Guards Patrol, Autonomous Zone," with an incendiary photo of a man running between a burning car and building. That photo was actually taken May 30th in St. Paul, Minnesota. Seattle's protests have produced no such blazes. Fox also undertook 2 cut and pastes of a photo of a young sentinel standing calmly with a semi-automatic rifle on a quiet nighttime street in the zone, which it had already published intact. In one altered image, it set him in front of shattered storefront windows that had been photographed a week before Chaz Chop was set up, more than a mile away. Storefronts and windows have been spared in the autonomous, organized zone, even those in the vacated police station. In the other, he stands by a street barrier and a hand-lettered sign reading, "You are now entering Free Capitol Hill." An editor's note acknowledging the removal of the storefront mashup called it a collage, suggesting it was not intended to look like a single photo. Fox is also slippery in its verbal attributions. It has hammered at the idea that the chop has made neighbors alarmed and fearful. But the only purported resident of this part of the city it has presented as a former Seattle City Council candidate named Ari Hoffman, who said nothing about the neighborhood but inveighed against domestic terrorists. One problem: Hoffman, a familiar face on Fox, isn't from Capitol Hill. He lives in Seward Park, an affluent neighborhood 4 miles away. And when a member of the police department's African American Community Advisory Council told protesters they had hijacked the movement and taken the meaning away, a Fox headline, echoed in later coverage, blared something very different. Black Lives Matter protesters say Seattle's autonomous zone has hijacked message. Such misrepresentations reverberate in subsequent reports and commentaries, painting a dark picture of the organized protest as illegitimate, divided, armed and violent. Many of these tropes derive from an on-camera statement Wednesday by Police Assistant Chief Deanna Nalette.